Now, there's another young man out there who just won a title, Keyshawn Davis. And the talk is that he's going to make his first defense against a fella that hasn't fought in a while. He's been kind of inactive, Edwin de Los Santos.
De Los Santos.
And so the question is that a bad move for Keyshawn to be fighting this guy who hasn't fought in a while?
Well, to me, it's never a bad move when you have to step through the ropes and fight somebody.
Well, amen to that.
Because you never know what's going to happen. You know as well as I do, you could get hit off balance. Anything can happen.
Yes.
Anything can happen. And you know, back in the day, Byrd, and you know it, they used to refer to fights like that as the guys fighting a cab driver, you know,
and sometimes that was true,
or a tomato can, you know, those kind of remarks would come out, but it happens. I mean, if a fighter trains, him training is the 8 to 5 going to work every day. So if he's training, he deserves to get a payday. He deserves to make some money.
Yeah.
So
I think the argument here is that you just fought and won a world championship. Should you be fighting other world championships and not this guy over here? And I understand that logic, but the bottom line is anyone who follows this sport, every champion does that. Every champion takes a little lighter opponent at some point in their championship fight.
The major 4 boxing organizations have a mandatory that a fighter, if he's a champ, has to fight. And then if he's successful in winning that fight, they'll tell, or at least from my understanding, they'll let them pick a fighter in the top 10.
There you go.
So that this fighter is not fighting hard and heavy fights throughout his career, because all that pounding ain't good for nobody.
Right.
So they give them the opportunity to pick somebody in the top 10. Hopefully somebody in the top 10 is ready to fight him. But if there's no one in the top 10 that's ready to fight him, then look at the 11th guy, look at the 12th guy, see who's available for him to fight so that he can earn a living in this sport.
But here's the big thing, and you know this as well as I, because you've been in the ring with him, and so have I. On any given night, things can happen. Upsets happen in fights. So to say this guy is you know, he's not, you know, Phi Beta a contender, but if he gets in there and he lands that punch, and we know that happens in fights. So, and every champion that I'm familiar with has done that at some point in their career. They've earned the right to take a lesser opponent at some point in their life. Okay. So I don't see beating the guy up because he's doing that. I think it's smart.
Well, I used to tell people, because this used to happen well, I won't say quite a bit, but people would go, fans would go to the fight, and well, this especially happened back when Mike Tyson was fighting. People were getting to their seats for the main event, and if they were 3 minutes, 4 minutes late, the fight was over. And they say, gee whiz, I went to the bathroom, and on my way back, the announcer's telling us who won the fight, and da-da-da-da-da-da, and they're going on and on and on. I said, I said, when did you get to the fight? Well, I just got to the fight, maybe a fight or two before. I said, When you go to a football game, do you go to the football game in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes left in the game? Oh, no, I don't do that. Well, you shouldn't do that when you go to a fight.
Yeah.
Get there when there's four or five fights in front of it.
I get you.
'Cause that might be the best fight of the night.
Yeah.
And you missed it because you was waiting for the main event.
Yeah. And the bottom line
If you're a fight fan.
You're right. But the bottom line to this Keyshawn Davis thing is he has every right to do that.
Yes.
He has every right to do that. And the other thing that you can't ever forget is that on a given night, one punch can make the difference. And
Exactly.
so every time you step in that ring, you face that.
Yeah.
It could happen to you.
It could happen.
You know.
It could happen.